They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the brutal show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom be busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. There was design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. First, go to Riverside and open an account.
Yeah, Babylon is falling. To rise no more. Babylon is falling. To rise no more. Falling. To rise no more. Falling. To rise no constantly searching for peace. My people just wanna be free. We tired of the cell blocks and the bullshit. That lying nigga in the pulpit. Same shit, but a different day. I speak truth, they ain't come to play. You in the way, better move, nigga. That follow no way gon' be cool, nigga. Say you're gonna get that tool, nigga. Matter of fact, get you by two, nigga. You see the signs that's in front of you? That's in the rough from up under you. Shit is gonna fall, yeah, I promise you. Make up your mind what you gonna do. You heard it? Now listen. Your life, my business. You are my brother. We need each other. This truth, I live it. I will defend it. You are my brother. You are my brother. Yeah.
Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Falling, falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more.
Hey, my brother. Yeah. Get your hands up, it's a war now. Take a good look at this world. It's time to go hard, don't be scared now. I know you're feeling the stress. Look on your face here, and I need some help. But we made it happen with less. You in my blood, I feel what you felt. Destruction in every corner. Every day I feel like a loner. Keeping the faith, that is my armor. This is a test, but nothing can harm you. Don't be scared of truth when you hear it. Don't compromise your spirit. Don't be trying to live like these white folks. Don't be trying to chill with these white folks. Brotherhood is a weapon, and that's the shit that I stand for. If you keep the law and live it, now you a nigga I stand for. Got no time for that fake shit. That shit I can't stand, bro. Still believe in that flag. So what the hell do you stand for?
Yeah. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more.
All right, we good to go. Clap it up, y'all. Clap it up. Clap it up. Hey, Shalom. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Barakathon to my brothers out there. And Yahweh Shamar. Alatham Ba'Hashem Yahushua. To my sisters out there. This is Upk Milwaukee. Thanks for tuning in. Upk Milwaukee Law Class. You know what I'm saying? I'm your host, Officer Zaquan, Police Officer Zaquan. Before we get started, do we have any questions, comments, or concerns before I go into my topic? If you got any questions in class, raise your hand. If you have any questions online, let's write them in your comments. All right, I'm going to wait. I'm going to give y'all about 10 seconds while y'all do that. All right. Go ahead, Officer Kanaya.
Salaki, sir, if you could you just break down the importance of Feast of Purim?
The importance of the Feast of Purim?
Con, sir.
All right, God. Also, we have the Feast of Purim right around the corner. Feast of Purim is going to start this year in March 2nd and March 3rd. All right. Officer Kanaya, we just want to know, we'll get a quick synopsis about the Feast of Purim. All right. All right. Do you know, first of all, do you know where you're going to? You know what book you're going to, right? You know, you want the book of Esther. All right. So just a quick synopsis. Let's go to Esther chapter. Give me 1 second. Let me get it. Let's go to Esther chapter 1:1. We're going to start at Esther chapter 1:1. I'm not going to go through the whole Feast of Purim. Simple fact is because the Feast of Purim, I believe, is next week. I believe it's next week. So I'm not going to run through the whole thing and break it down because we're going to be in this very same class breaking down the Feast of Purim. All right, but go ahead and the Feast of Purim is such a good story. It breaks down, first of all, sisters, you sisters that's in the truth, you should be reading Esther. You should be having plenty of questions about Esther. Esther is one of those solid sisters that you just meet every once in a lifetime. Down sister. You know what I'm saying? Esther, with the help of her uncle, first of all, with the power of the Most High God, first and foremost, and the teachings that her uncle bestowed upon her, was able to help restore the nation of Israel. All right, through her actions, through the actions of her uncle Mordecai. All right, so we're gonna go just a quick synopsis. So let's start in Esther chapter 1:1. Let's go ahead and read.
Come. This is the book of Esther. This is the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 1. Now it came to pass in the days of
Asuras.
This is Asuras, which reigned from India even unto Ethiopia. Over 107 and 20 provinces.
Mm-hmm. This was a big kingdom. All right, go ahead.
Come. Verse 2. That in those days, when the king Asuras sat on the throne of his kingdom, which was in Shushan,
all right,
the palace. Verse 3. In the 3rd year of his reign, he made a feast unto all his princes and his servants.
Mm-hmm.
The power of Persia and Media.
And Media. Yeah, Media. Go ahead.
The nobles.
You said Medea. No, yeah, Media. Yeah, go ahead.
The nobles and princes of the provinces being before him.
So we know we're talking about, this is the time where the Israelites was in captivity under the Persians. All right, this is the Persian reign. All right, Israelites are in captivity under the Persians. Keep going. The king of that time was King Ahasuerus. All right, go ahead.
Come. Verse 4. When he showed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the honor of his excellent majesty. Okay,
you can stop right there. All right, so we know what time we living in right here. We're in the time of the Persian Empire. Again, like I said, the Israelites was in captivity during the Persian Empire. Okay, let's go to give me 1 second. Let's drop down to drop down to verse 10.
Come. Verse 10. On the 7th day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mehuman, Biztha, Habana, Bigtha, Agatha, Zathar, and Carcass.
Yeah, they got all these funny names. But keep going.
The seven chamberlains that were seven chamberlains that served in the presence of Azorus, the king.
So these names were, like you read, the seven chamberlains that served the king. All right, keep going.
Verse 11. To bring
Vashti,
the queen, before the king with the crown royal.
Okay, so Vashti is the queen. This is the wife of the king. Keep going.
To show the people and the princes her beauty, for she was fair to look on.
Like, that's one thing that you'll never want to do as a man. In the world, you got some brothers be like, oh yeah, look at my woman right here. Look how she look good and stuff like that, blah blah. Well, first of all, you don't never want to do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just bring your woman around like to have other men just look at her as an eye candy, like, oh yeah, she's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I remember I watching the video. We had Captain Tazaria was, battling Polite. You know what I'm saying? They was in this room, and then Polite brought his wife up front, was like, oh yeah, look how beautiful she is, man. She's a god. Oh yeah, I worship her. She a god. You know what I'm saying? You'll never want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But keep going.
Come. Verse 13.
And first of all, it just slocky. Man, you just make men want to lust after your woman. Why you think, you know what I'm saying, in the world there's a bunch of dudes that's just been, go behind your back and just sleep with your wife. It's because you done brought her around and you done showed her off to everybody, you know what I'm saying, and had men lusting after her and stuff like that. You'll never want to do that. I ain't saying like bring a woman around, you know what I'm saying, but like just having to dress all provocative and, oh, look at her shape and stuff like that, man. Quick way to lose a woman like that. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 12. But the queen Vashti refused to come at the king's commandment by his chamberlains.
So the king sent the chamberlains out to go get Vashti, the queen. Vashti refused. That's one thing you'll never want to do. You'll never want to refuse a commandment of a king. You know what I'm saying? Quick way to get unalive. You know what I'm saying? Even though she the queen, she is supposed to follow that order. All right, keep going.
Come. Therefore was the king very wroth, and his anger burned in him.
So, man, he was mad. He was angry. Real angry. Jump down to verse 15.
Come. Verse 15. What shall we do unto the queen Vashti according to the law? Because she had not performed the commandment of the king Azorus by the chamberlains. Verse 16. And Memucan,
Memucan, yeah,
answered before the king and the princes.
Yeah.
Vashti the queen hath not done wrong to the king only, but also to all the princes and to all the people that are in all the provinces of the king Azorus.
So what does he talk about right there? Anybody want to answer that? Go ahead, Kanai.
Salakia, sir, is it speaking on like she have not like only offended the king, but everybody that was present at the time?
Basically, I mean, yeah, you can say that because you got to look at it right here spiritual. You know what I'm saying? This, you got the queen. Queen is a high authority. You know what I'm saying? Damn, they're second to the king. And then she not listening to the king. What makes you think all the other women gonna do with their husbands at home? All the way from the top, all the way to the bottom. They're gonna make their women disobey them at home. So you know what I'm saying? This is a horrible example to have against the whole nation right there. You gonna have a whole nation full of women rebelling against their man. We have that right now in America. You know what I'm saying? We got America is full of women rebelling against their men, especially in the black community. In the black community, you know what I'm saying? Our sisters, you know, have been a bit, you know, have taken a big chunk out of that American dream, that big false rotten apple. You know what I'm saying? They think that, you know, the white man gonna save me. I'll listen to white man. I ain't gonna listen to you. You know what I'm saying? So this was a horrible example to the whole nation. So he had to do something about that. Keep going.
Come, verse 17.
Right.
For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes. When it shall be reported, the king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti the king to be brought in before him, but she came not.
Yep. Jump down to 19. Go ahead.
Verse 19.
So basically, since she didn't come, this was going to be her punishment right here in verse 19. Go ahead.
Verse 19. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of Persians and Medes.
Yeah, the Medes.
Medes.
The Medes. Go ahead.
That it not be altered, that Vashti come no more before the king Ahasuerus, and let the king give her a royal estate unto another that is better than she.
I mean, this is spiritual right here. The king absolutely did the wisest thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a rebellious woman, man. Hey, just find a better one. That's exactly what he did. He said, read the last part. You're reading it right here.
Come. That Vashti come no more before King Ahasuerus.
Yep.
And let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she.
Hey, you reading it right there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, you just got to find a better one. All right? Keep going.
Come, verse 20.
No, drop that. So just to go ahead and just fast forward, the king sent out, you know, had a, you know, basically trying to find another woman to replace Vashti, right? Fast forward, you got a brother named Mordecai. I believe Mordecai was from the tribe of Benjamin, if I'm not mistaken. He's from the tribe of Benjamin. So he tells his I believe it's a niece. He tells a niece to, like, you know, hey, in fact, let's get it. Let's go to Esther chapter 2. Let's go to chapter 2, verse. Let's go to verse 5. Esther 2, verse 5. Let's go ahead and read that.
Come. It's the book of Esther, chapter 2, verse 5.
Let's go ahead.
Now, Shushan, the palace, there was a certain Jew whose name was Mordecai,
right?
The son of Jair, the son of Shimei,
right?
The son of Kish, a Benjamin.
A what?
A Benjamin.
So Mordecai is a Benjamin. All right, keep going.
Verse 6. Who had been carried away from Jerusalem with the captivity, which had been carried away with
Yeconiah,
king of Judah, whom Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had carried away.
Right.
Verse 7. And brought up Hadassah, that is Esther,
Mm-hmm.
his uncle's daughter,
Right.
for she had neither father nor mother,
Mm-hmm.
and the maid was fair and beautiful.
Okay. This sister was absolutely stunning. How do we say it right now in our terminology? This sister was bad. Bad to the bone. I don't know if they say that last part, bad to the bone, but she was absolutely bad. Gorgeous. Keep going.
Come, whom Mordecai, when her father and mother were dead, took of his own daughter.
So Mordecai's been raising Esther, since, Esther's parents has passed. So he's been raising her as like a father. All right. Go ahead.
Come, verse 8. So it came to pass when the king's commandment and his decree was heard, and when many maidens were gathered together unto Shushan.
So all the beautiful women in the kingdom was going to the palace Shushan to meet up with the king, so the king could choose, who he wants to be his next queen, next wife. Vashti had to go. She was being disobedient. It just is what it is. But unlike these are heathens. This is a heathen king. So what he did was, instead of just keeping her, he got rid of her. He kicked her out to get another wife. According to Israelite custom, we don't never do that. You know what I'm saying? As a man, if you get you another wife, you just have another wife. You don't kick away your previous wife. You keep them both. You know what I'm saying? You don't never get rid of your woman. You just keep them. You keep them all. All right. Go ahead.
Come. When many maidens were gathered together unto Shushan the palace,
Right.
to the custody of Haggai, that Esther was brought also unto the king's house,
Mm-hmm.
to the custody of Haggai, keeper of the women.
Right.
Verse 9. And the maiden pleased him, and she obtained kindness of him, and he speedily gave her things for purification.
Mm-hmm.
And he, with such things belonged to her, and 7 maidens,
Right.
which were meet to be given her,
Mm-hmm.
out of the king's house.
So it says the maiden pleased him, and she obtained kindness of him, and he speedily gave her the things of purification, which such things as belonged to her, as 7 maidens. Keep going.
Come. He preferred her and her maidens unto the best place of the house of the women. Verse 10. Esther had not showed her people nor her kindred,
Mm-hmm.
for Mordecai had changed her
Charge.
For Mordecai had charged her that she should not show it.
So Esther had attained favor of the king. Now, of course, we already know that Esther grew up in a household with the law, statutes, and commandments. She was raised on the law, statutes, and commandments. She was raised to love her people. All right. So Mordecai had charged her not to reveal who her people was. Keep going.
Come. Verse 11. And Mordecai walked every day before the court of the woman's house to know how Esther did and what should become of her.
So he's checking up on her, see if she cool, she all right, see what happened. All right, let's drop that. We want to fast forward because we're going to go through this whole thing next week. All right, so everybody that's just tuning in, we just doing a quick synopsis about the Feast of Purim. We have the Feast of Purim every single year, and it's a reason why this is one of our holy days. All right, so we were just doing a quick synopsis, a quick breakdown. Not going to go too deep in it, but if anybody have questions next, type your questions in the chat, and then we'll quickly move on to your question. All right. So let's drop that. Let's go down to So now, just to fast forward again, Esther, you know what I'm saying, was chosen to be the basically be the next queen. All right. But then you had this heathen, I believe his name was like Haman or something like that. Yep, Haman. All right. He got offended at he was offended at Mordecai because Mordecai didn't want to bow. All right, we're about to read it. But Mordecai didn't want to bow. So Haman set this plan in motion to get the whole nation, try to get the whole nation exterminated. All right. But soon it backfires on it. All right, let's go. Let's go to Esther chapter 3, verse 1. Let's read. Go ahead.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 3, verse 1. After these things did King Assuerus promote Haman, the son of
Hammedatha, the Agagite. The Agagite. Yeah, it's some of these terminologies. The Agagite. Mm-hmm.
And advanced him and set his seat above all the princes that were with him.
So how do we say this cat Haman got a rank raise? He's been promoted to a higher seat. It says his seat, and set his seat above all the princes that were with him. So he made him basically damn near his right hand man. All right, keep going.
Come. Verse 2. And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and reverenced Haman, for the king had so commanded concerning him. But Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence.
So everywhere this cat Haman went, everybody bowed, everybody showed respect, everybody reverenced him because of his authority and his position. But Mordecai didn't. And that's Israelite culture, man. We don't worship men. You know what I'm saying? You know, the president of the United States walk in, well, he's never going to step foot in this school, but let's say you see the president of the United States walk in, you're not going to do what everybody else doing. Oh, Mr. President, oh, sir, it's so good to see you, sir. Oh, you gracefully, we're not doing that. As Israelites, man, look, we serve the Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? We're not, and we serve each other. But, we're not, especially no heathen, we're not going out there and making out our way bound and kissing the feet of some heathen. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly Mordecai's thoughts. Mordecai knows exactly where he come from. These people don't do that. Our people worship the Lord. All right? Go ahead.
Come, verse 3. Then the king's servants, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai, why transgressed
Yeah, you're right.
thou the king's commandment?
Why transgresses thou the king's commandment? Because, I guess it was a commandment that they had to bow and show reverence to Haman. All right, keep going.
Come, verse 4. Now it came to pass, when they spoke daily unto him, and he hearkened not unto them, that they told him to see whether Mordecai's matter would stand, for he had told them that he was a Jew. Verse 5. And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence, then was Haman full of wrath. So
we got this heathen right here, man. This heathen looking at this Jew, and he's like, man, he's not showing me no respect. He ain't showing me the respect that I deserve. Oh, I got something for you. Just like these heathens here today. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't kissing the feet of white people, man, they looking at you like you're a rebel. They looking at you if, something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Like white people walk around, we supposed to be like, oh, how you doing? Yeah, make sure y'all act right, y'all. Cause white people coming over here, come on, make sure y'all be on your best behavior. Mordecai ain't doing that. Like, come on, like, you know, Mordecai know exactly who he is, man. He just named his surname in the beginning of verse 2. He know who he is. He an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? What that movie, Vin Diesel, Chronicles of Riddick, he's like, I don't bother no man. That's exactly in Mordecai's thoughts. Keep going. So Haman was full of wrath. Keep going.
Verse 6. And he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone.
Man, he wanted to put hands on him, man. He said it was about to go around. Go ahead.
For they showed him the people of Mordecai.
So yeah, they saw the people of Mordecai that, you know, he's an Israelite. He's a Jew. Keep going.
Wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Assuerus, even the people of Mordecai.
You see, like, because Mordecai didn't want to show him reverence and bow to him, now he wants to destroy all the Jews. Like, what's up with these heathens, man? Like, these heathens just can't seem to get the respect from us, and then now they want to destroy us all. Like, come on, man. It's funny. It don't make sense, but it's funny because of his. We know how it's going to end. So that's why I say it's funny, because all that that aggression that he's going to show towards us is going to come right back on his own head. All right, but let's fast forward. Haman goes to the king to plot with the king to destroy all of Israel. Mordecai used, let's say the Lord used Esther to intervene through Mordecai. All right, so Mordecai was telling Esther, like, man, you got to intervene. Like, you a queen now. You got some say so. You know, remember who your people is. You doing this for your people. The Lord put you in this position to help your people. All right, and let's never forget. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you get rich, you can become a billionaire, a millionaire, or whatever. You can become famous. You can become someone of importance. Never forget that the Lord put you in that situation to further and to better your people, to look out for your people. You know what I'm saying? We live in this society today where we got Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is a billionaire, but he don't give a damn about his people. He don't give a damn. What was the last thing he did for black people? I don't even know. Do anybody know in here? Hey, whoever's watching the video right now, let me know, what was the last thing that Michael Jordan has done for blacks and Hispanic people? I don't know. And if y'all know, let me know. But yet, blacks and Hispanics and natives are buying his shoes to the tunes of billions. We damn near killing each other because his shoe come out. We're waiting in line. Brothers is getting robbed over their shoes. We making Michael Jordan filthy rich off of Jordan products. But yet, he don't do anything for black people. In fact, he do the opposite. He builds prisons. He's invested his money in prisons. Like, you would think, man, like, my people is looking out for me, helping me, man. I'm selling my product. I'm going to do some good. I'm going to build, you know, something, community centers. I'm going to invest in, like, you know, programs for us, you know. He don't do none of that. This dude build prisons to house his own, to put his people in, man. Go ahead. Oh, you have a question? Man, like, yeah, it's ridiculous, man. The Lord puts you in the position of authority and power to benefit your people, to help your people. And this is exactly what Esther's in now. She's in a position where she can help her people. So now we're going to fast forward, and then we're going to see what Mordecai was saying to Esther, and we're going to read what Esther did. All right, so let's fast forward. Okay. Oh, it's a white man. Okay, so I just found out it's a white man named Michael Jordan. I believe Michael Jordan is investing in prisons. Okay, now you got me interested right now. Okay, you might. Okay, you're right. So I'm reading right here. So okay, Michael Jordan, the basketball player, a different Michael Jordan who works for the Bureau of Environmental Services in Portland, Oregon, was mistakenly associated with private prison stocks such as GEO Group and Core Civics. Michael Jordan's investment portfolio focuses on entities like, okay. All right. So it's another Michael Jordan, right? A white man that's invested in prison, not the basketball player. All right. So let's move on to chapter 4. Esther chapter 4. Salaki, I'm looking for it. All right, let's go to Esther chapter 4, verse. Let's start at verse 3. Like, I'm not trying to like get the whole go through the whole thing. I'm just trying to get a meat out of every chapter. So we just shorten it up. Go ahead.
Come. This is the book of Esther, chapter 4, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And every province, whithersoever the king's commandment and his decree came, there was great mourning among the Jews, and fasting, and weeping,
right,
and wailing,
right.
And many lay in sackcloth.
So okay, so all of Israel, all the Jews heard, the decree of the king. All right. So, our custom is like when we're in mourning, we put on sackcloths, we put ashes on our head, we tear our clothing. It just shows that we're in mourning. All right. Keep going.
Come. Verse 4.
Hey, you know where Ashes Wednesdays come from? They put the cross of the ashes and the cross on their forehead and stuff like that. They try to say it's from this, from the ashes. Because, when you're in mourning and stuff like that, the Jews put ashes on their head. They try to put ashes on their forehead with a cross like they in mourning and stuff like that. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 4. So Esther's maids and her chamberlains came and told it to her.
Right.
Then was the queen exceedingly grieved.
Right. So Esther found out what the decree was. Keep going.
And she sent raiment to cloth
Mordecai. Raiment to clothe Mordecai. Go ahead.
She sent raiment to cloth Mordecai.
Right.
And to take away his sackcloth from him.
So Mordecai is in mourning. So Esther's chambermaids came back to her. Was like, yeah, Mordecai's out there. Got on a sackcloth, got ash on his head. So to make Mordecai, I guess, try to feel better, she sent them brand new raiment. Go ahead.
But he received it not.
Yeah, he ain't want it. Keep going, because he's in mourning. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Then called Esther for Hatak, one of the king's chamberlains,
right,
whom he had appointed to attend upon her,
right,
and gave him a commandment to Mordecai,
Right.
to know what it was and why it was.
So Esther had Hatak go to Mordecai to see like what's going on, like what's the reason why you're in sackcloth. Keep going.
Come, verse 6. So Atak went forth to Mordecai
Right.
to the street of the city,
Right.
which was before the king's gate.
Okay, keep going.
Verse 7. And Mordecai told him of all that had happened unto him,
Right.
and of the sum of the money that Haman had promised to pay to the king's treasuries for the Jews to destroy them. Verse 8. Also, he gave him the copy of the writing of the decree that was given at Shushan to destroy them, to show it unto Esther,
Right.
and to declare it unto her,
Right.
and to charge her that she should go in unto the king to make supplication unto him and to make requests before him for her people.
Right. So Mordecai is telling Hatak, like he's telling him, man, look, like, you know, this is why, because of the decree. So, you know what I'm saying, you need to go make supplications to the king, man, for your people, man, and for me. Keep going.
Come. Verse 9. And Hatak came and told Esther the words of Mordecai. Verse 10. Again, Esther spake unto Hatak and gave him commandment unto Mordecai.
Right.
Verse 11. All the king's servants and the people of the king's provinces do know that whosoever, whether man or woman, shall come unto the king into the inner court, who is not called, there is one law of his to put him to death.
So Esther is telling Hatak to go tell Mordecai that, you know, the king has a rule that if the king don't personally call you to his inner chamber, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be unalive. Keep going.
Come. Except such to whom the king shall hold out the golden scepter.
So the king has to hold out his golden scepter to you in order for you to come into his presence. If not, you're done. Unalive. That's the rule. Go ahead.
That he may live.
Right.
But I have not been called to come unto the king these 30 days.
So the king haven't summoned her in 30 days. Keep going.
Verse 12. And they told to Mordecai Esther's words. Verse 13. Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thyself that thou shalt.
He said, do what?
Think not with thyself.
He said, don't think about yourself. That's some heavy words. You know what I'm saying? Like the lives of your nation, the lives of your people are in jeopardy. This ain't the time to think of yourself. You know what I'm saying? We got to learn from, you know, men like this, Mordecai, telling Esther not to think of yourself. We got to learn like men like our king, Yahushua, who sacrificed himself for us. He didn't think about himself. There was many a times when he told the Lord, if this is will, let this cup pass from me. But he still held on and he still, you know, did what he had to do for his people. There's so many brothers and sisters in the Bible, man, that, you know, didn't think about themselves, man, but thought about their people. You might be in a position where you got to think about your people. And I pray that you do that. You do what Esther is doing. You doing what Mordecai is doing. You doing what our King Yahushua did. Don't think about yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? In the time of crisis or in the time of need, think about your people. And the Lord will reward you. Go ahead.
Come. That thou shalt think not with thyself, that thou shalt escape in the king's house.
Right.
More than all the Jews.
So Mordecai is telling Esther, man, like, you know, think not with thyself. You're not going to escape it too. If he put out a decree to destroy all the Jews, you included. You included. You can't run from this. The only way to survive it is to tackle their head first, face forward. Keep going.
Come, verse 14. For if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place.
Okay, so let's stop there. We're going to fast forward some more. Let's go to Esther chapter 5, verse 1. So Mordecai and Esther had this exchange, said, this is what you're going to do. Go talk to the king. And, you know, yeah, this fight for your people. So now we're going to see what Esther's talking about. This is where Esther shined right here. This is where she made the sacrifice for her people. Go ahead.
Come. The book of Esther, chapter 5, verse 1. Now it came.
Salaki, if I could. I don't know why we missed that. That's on me, Salaki. Let's go back to Esther 4 and let's read 16.
It's the book of Esther, chapter 4, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Go, gather together all the Jews that are present in Shushan.
Right.
And fast ye for me.
Right. So Esther's asking Mordecai to go gather with all the Jews and fast for her. Because what she about to do is going to be life or death. Go ahead.
And neither eat nor drink 3 days.
All right.
Night or day.
Right.
And I also and my maidens will fast likewise.
Right.
And so will I go in unto the king, which is not according to the law. And if I perish, I perish. That's some real. If you how do they say it? It's some real boss move right here for Esther to do. She said, I'm gonna go into the king, not according to the law, because according to the king's law, if he holds out the scepter to you, then you can come into his inner court. But Esther's about to just go in there and be like, man, look, and talk to him. So she said, look, if I die, I die. If I perish, I perish. That's a real sister right there. That's how you fight for your people. That's how you fight for your nation. She didn't think about her life. She thought about the lives of her people. She said, if I perish, I perish. What we need in this day and age, and we do have in this day and age, we have sisters in the UPK that has the same thought as Esther. Let's clap it up for these sisters in the UPK, man. What Esther is doing, she is making a sacrifice. She's making a sacrifice because it is a possibility that she could get unalived because she's not following the king's commandments. But she said, if I perish, I perish. Let's go ahead. Go to Esther 5. Let's start at verse 1. Yeah. This is the book of Esther, chapter 5, verse 1. Now it came to pass on the third day that Esther put on her royal apparel and stood in the inner court of the king's house, over against the king's house.
Mm-hmm.
And the king sat upon his royal throne in the royal house,
right,
over against the gate of the house. Verse 2, and it was so when the king saw Esther, that queen, and it was so when the king saw Esther, the queen standing in the court, that she obtained favor in his sight. And the king held out to Esther the golden scepter that was in his hand. So Esther drew near and touched the top of the scepter. Verse 3. Then said the king unto her, what wilt thou, Queen Esther? And what is thy request? It shall be given thee to the half of the kingdom. Verse 4. And Esther answered, if it seem good unto the king, let the king and Haman come this day unto the banquet that I have prepared for him. So Esther, you know, of course, before the we know because Esther is a sister, and we know our sisters. Before Esther went to go see the king, you know, she got dressed up, looking beautiful, put on her best smelling perfumes, looked good. And then she walked to the by the inner courtroom. The king saw her and was like, yeah, come here, come on, yes, come. You know how females, man, when females come with that soft speech and smelling good and whatnot, that just melts a man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you know, man, come on, some of y'all brothers know. Go ahead, keep going. Come, verse 5. Then the king said, cause Haman to make haste, that he may do as Esther had said. So Esther is planning this banquet for the king and for Haman. Go ahead. So the king and Haman came to the banquet that Esther had prepared. Right. Verse 6. And the king said unto Esther at the banquet of wine, what is thy petition? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? Even to the half of the kingdom it shall be performed. Verse 7. Then answered Esther and said, my petition and my request is, verse 8, if I have found favor in the sight of the king, and if it please the king to grant my petition. So I can say, go ahead. Like salami, sir, if I may. Yeah. Hey, Sluggy, man, look, these little sisters, they know, man. Look, she said, like, let's talk it over her fees. Fed the king, make sure the king's belly full and stuff like that. Got him all relaxed. He probably had a toothpick in his mouth, was like, so what is thy request? You know what I'm saying? I could just imagine that. Go ahead. If it may please the king to grant my petition and to perform my request, let the king and Haman come to the banquet that I shall perform, so I can prepare for them. And I will do tomorrow as the king hath said. Okay. Verse 9. Then went Haman forth the day joyful and with a glad heart. But when Haman saw Mordecai in the king's gate, that he stood not up, nor moved for him, he was full of indignation against Mordecai. So, you know, so Haman see Mordecai again, and Mordecai not bowing to him and stuff like that. Haman's mad all over again. Man, look, and my respect for Mordecai ain't switching up. You know what I'm saying? You know, someone was like, oh, I'm sorry, sir, I'm sorry for doing that. I apologize. Man, he stood 10 toes down. He still ain't bowing. That's much respect for Mordecai. He's standing on his ground. Go ahead. Come. Nevertheless, Haman refrained himself. And when he came home, he sent and called for his friends and Zeresh, his wife. Verse 11. And Haman told them of the glory of his riches and the multitude of his children, and all the things wherein the king had promoted him, and how he had advanced him above the princes and servants of the king. So basically, I'm gonna just fast forward. Haman is just talking about himself, like, yeah, man, he talking to these his wife and the other people he called in. You know how can I say shit talking? That's what he's doing. He's shit talking. Yeah, man. Every time I see Mordecai, man, like I'm just angry. You know, I want to do something. All right, so let's drop down to verse 14. Come. Verse 14. Mm-hmm. Then said Zeresh, his wife, and all his friends unto him, let a gallows be made of 50 cubits high.
Who know what a gallows is? You know what a gallows is, Nathat? Super Nathat? No, you know what a gallows is?
So I can say, would it be somewhere that you bring somebody to be unalive or killed?
Yeah, to be hanged. Yeah. Yep, that's what gallows is. You bring them for them to be hanged. Yep, go ahead.
Come, let a gallows be made of 50 cubits high, and tomorrow speak thou unto the king that Mordecai may be hanged thereon.
Right.
Then go thou in merrily with the king unto the banquet. And the thing pleased him, and he caused the gallows to be made.
So he made the gallows. So after this banquet, his plan was to get Mordecai unalive by hanging on these gallows that he made. All right. So fast forward at the banquet. We're about to go ahead and read. Hold on. Let's we about to drop down to, give me 1 second. All right, let's go to verse. Let's see, Salakia. Let's start at verse 2.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 6, verse 2. And it was found written that Mordecai.
Start at verse 1. We're going to just go ahead and hit verse 1. I was trying to just condense it, but the meat is all throughout this chapter, so we're going to have to just do a little bit of skipping. Go ahead.
Come. This is the book of Esther, chapter 6, verse 1. On that night could not the king sleep. And he commanded to bring the book of records of the Chronicles, and they were read before the king. Verse 2. And it was found written that Mordecai had told of.
Was that Bigthana and Teresh?
Bigthana and Teresh, two of the king's chamberlains, the keepers of the door, who sought to lay hand on the king Ahasuerus.
Keep going.
Verse 3. And the king said, what honor and dignity had been done to Mordecai for this? Then said the king's servants that ministered unto him, there is nothing done for him. Verse 4. And the king said, who is in the court? Now Haman was coming to the outward court of the king's house to speak unto the king to hang Mordecai on the gallows that he had prepared for him. So
Haman is going to the king to request that Mordecai be hanged. Okay. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 5. And the king's servant said unto him, behold, Haman standeth in the court. And the king said, let him come in. Verse 6. So Haman came in, and the king said unto him, what shall be done unto the man who the king delighted to honor? Now Haman thought in his heart, to whom would the king delight to do honor more than myself?
So just like a heathen, he's thinking the king talk about him. You know, he like, yeah, I'm feeling good. Like, yeah, who else would the king want to honor besides me? Keep reading.
Come. Verse 7. And Haman answered the king, for the man whom the king delighted to honor. Verse 8. Let the royal apparel be brought which the king useth to wear. and the horse that the king rideth upon, and the crown royal which is set upon his head.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 9. And let the apparel and horse be delivered to the hand of one to the hand of one of the king's most noble princes, that they may array the man withal whom the king delighted to honor, and bring him on horseback through the street of the city, and proclaim before him, thus shall it be done to the man whom the king delighted to honor.
So he thinking he talking about himself. He's doing this big old, fantastic, big old, whatever you call it, because he thinking it's going to be in honor of him. Keep reading.
Come. Verse 10. Then the king said unto him, and make haste, and take the apparel and the horse, as thou hast said, and do even so to Mordecai the Jew, that sitteth at the king's gate. Let nothing fail of all that thou hast spoken.
So it's like he kind of twisted back on him. So now the king is telling him, man, make haste and take the apparel and the horse, as thou hast said, as you have said, and do even so to Mordecai the Jew. Man, imagine the look on his face, like, what? because Haman was naming all these glorious things to be done to the man that, what was the favorite of the king. So he thinking he's talking about himself, not knowing the king is talking about Mordecai the Jew. Keep going.
Come. Verse 11. Then took Haman the apparel of the horse, and arrayed Mordecai, and brought him on horseback through the city, through the street of the city, and proclaimed before him, thus shall it be done unto the man who the king delighteth to honor. Verse 12. And Mordecai came again to the king's gate, but Haman hasted to his house mourning, and having his head covered.
Man, Haman, he like, man, something is up. Something is up. He was mad. He said he's in mourning. He's super sad right now. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 13. And Haman told Zeresh his wife and all his friends everything that had befallen him. Then said his wise men and Zeresh his wife unto him, if Mordecai be of the seed of the Jews, before whom thou hast begun to fall, thou shalt not prevail against him, but shalt surely fall before him.
Man, that is heavy. That is heavy. Read that from the top, verse 13. Let's break that down.
Verse 13. And Haman told Zeresh his wife and all his friends everything that had befallen him. Then said his wise men and Zeresh his wife unto him, if Mordecai be the seed of the Jews, before whom thou hast begun to fall, thou shalt not prevail against him, but shalt surely fall before him.
Man, ain't that the truth? Our brothers and sisters need to understand that if we come back into the Most High God, you know what I'm saying, and do everything that he says, all the laws, statutes, commandments, no man will prevail against us. You know what I'm saying? Just like what we read right now. All the supplications that the nation did for Esther, everything that Haman was planning to do against Mordecai, it seems like the curtain's about to fall on Haman himself. And it's like Haman's realizing. And now it's confirmed by the wise man and his wife. He said, if he be a seed of a Jew, hey, you can't prevail against him. Because during this time, all these heathens knew exactly who we were. They knew that it was a time they said that, man, if they keeping their laws, you can't beat them. But the moment they stop keeping their laws, then they'll fail. So they know, like, look, during this time, we knew our identity. We knew who we were. So, of course, we keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. So guess what? Man is not prevailing against us. So now we're about to see the curtains fall on Haman. Let's go ahead and keep reading.
Come, verse 14. And while they were yet talking with him, came the king's chamberlains and hasted to bring Haman unto the banquet that Esther had prepared.
Us, man, I think Haman's soul was probably pissing himself, man. He didn't want to be at that banquet now. And he know that, man, Esther, this is his uncle. This is her uncle. Ooh-wee. All right, go ahead. Let's start at, go ahead, verse 1.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 7, verse 1. So the king and Haman came to the banquet with Esther, the queen. Verse 2. And the king said again unto Esther on the second day at the banquet of wine, what is thy petition, Queen Esther? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? And it shall be performed, even to the half of the kingdom. Verse 3. Then Esther the queen answered and said, if I have found favor in thy sight, O king, and if it please the king, let my life be given me at my petition, and my people at my request.
So Esther, putting that moves on the king, she like, let my life be given at my petition and my people. She's petitioning and requesting her for her and her people to be spared. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 4. For we are sold, I and my people, to be destroyed, to be slain, and to perish. But if we have been sold for bondmen and bondwomen, I had held my tongue, although the enemy could not countervail the king's damage.
So Esther's telling them, like, look, if we was to be sold as, slaves, then cool. But he's trying to have us all get wiped off the planet. So the king is like, keep reading. He's going to go into it.
Come, verse 5. Then the king Ahasuerus answered and said unto Esther the queen, who is he, and where is he that durst presume in his heart to do so?
Keep going. I mean, Haman's heart probably beating fast right now. Like, go ahead.
Verse 6. And Esther said, the adversary and enemy is this wicked Haman. Then Haman was afraid before the king and the queen.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. And the king, arising from the banquet of wine in his wrath, went into the palace garden. And Haman stood up to make request for his life to Esther the queen. For he saw that there was evil determined against him by the king.
Ooh, the king got up at that table and left. Man, it was curtains. It was wrapped. You can imagine that. He begging at Esther's feet, like, man, come on, please tell. You know what I'm saying? But yet, you didn't do that very same thing. You tried to get Mordecai unalive because he wasn't groveling at your feet, but now you're groveling at Esther's feet for your life. You see what I'm saying? See how the Lord works? This is how the Lord works right here. You know what I'm saying? He makes it ironic. It's the irony of the whole thing. You mad and you about to get Mordecai and this whole people wiped out because he don't want to get on the ground and worship you and show reverence unto you. But yet you begging for your life at the foot of Esther. Keep going.
Come. Verse 8. Then
We have verse 8.
Then the king returned out of the palace garden into the place of the banquet of wine.
Mm-hmm.
And Haman was fallen upon the bed whereon Esther was.
Woo-wee! It says Haman was falling upon the bed whereon Esther was. Man, imagine this. Just imagine this scenario, right? You walk in, right? You the king. You walk in. You walk back in, and it's a whole different man. It's a man that's laying that's on your bed, and your wife is on the bed. Like that's when the king probably had fumes coming out his ears, like the old cartoons had the fumes. Go ahead.
Come. Then said the king, will he force the queen also before me in the house? As the word went out of the king's mouth, they covered him his face.
Ooh-wee. You know what time it is, right? Keep going.
Verse 9. And Harbona, one of the chamberlains, said before the king, behold also the gallows 50 cubits high, which Haman had made for Mordecai, who had spoken good for the king, standing in the house of Haman. Then the king said, hang him thereon. Verse 10. So they hanged Haman on the gallows that he had prepared for Mordecai. Then was the king's wrath pacified.
We won't just stop it right there, but that's how the Lord works. When you come up against his people, man, unjustly, because that was unjustly. That's what happens. He turned the gallows that he built for Mordecai, he ended up getting hanged on it himself. That's just what it is, man. That's the story of the Feast of Purim. The Feast of Purim is highlighting this sister right here, man. Esther, for a job well done, for her bravery. Remember what she said, I believe, in verse 5, chapter 5. She said, if I perish, I perish, because she knew what she was going to have to do, she might end up getting unalive for. But the Lord was with her. Her people was with her. Mordecai was with her. And it also goes to show you, man, that Mordecai raised this sister right. She raised this sister right. She raised her to love her people, raised her to fight for her people, even at the regard of her own life. This is the perfect example how every sister in the nation of Israel should be. Every sister. This is why Esther is in the Bible right now, because it takes some real gall to do what she did. And like I said, the Lord is with her, because more importantly, she thought about her people rather than herself. Don't get me wrong, she didn't want to do it. But when she realized the seriousness and that her people's lives was in danger, she put on her big girl drawers, was like, man, look, let's do it. It is what it is. If I perish, I perish. And you have Mordecai. Mordecai raised his sister up well. He raised his sister up because someone else raised him up, in the spirit of the truth. Raised them up on the law, statutes, and commandments. And he taught that very same law, statutes, and commandments to Esther. This is why on the Feast of Purim, which will be March 2nd, March 3rd, this is why we do this every year. Because we remember the people that made big sacrifices for us. We read about the story here today, right now. This is why we celebrate the Feast of Purim every year. Because we honoring this sister Esther for her sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Because it was tough. You think it wasn't tough? It was tough. Very tough. And she dealt with it, and then look what the Lord did for us. Look what the Lord did for her. All right. Do we have any questions? Did that answer your question? This is all right, cool. Like I said, we just went over a quick synopsis, even though it didn't feel like it was quick, but I try to do it. I try to condense it as much as possible. Do we have any more questions in the class? Any more questions online? If not, I can finally going to my topic. So, you know, I believe Jesse Jackson, Reverend Jesse Jackson, passed away this morning, right? Passed away this morning. Now, look, we don't never, you know, be happy at a death of an Israelite, but his policies and like what he did, if you don't know, Jesse Jackson coined the term African American, right? He coined the term African American, which damn near set us back years, set us back decades. Because of this coined term African American, it mixes us Negroes with African people. African people come over here and they are called African American as well because they're actually from Africa. They actually was born and you know are from Africa, and they come into America to live in America. That's what you really call African American. Jesse Jackson tried to lump us together with the real African people, which black people are not African people. Black people are Negroes. We're Israelites. We are two different manner of people. Give me 1 second. Give me Exodus chapter 11, verse 7. I could Bible Kushak. Exodus chapter 11, verse 7. See, the problem is we're all lumped together. African people, black people, and the confusion there is like, oh, well, you see, you're from Africa. You're African American. Black people are not Africans. We're two different people. Yeah, if I could, please. We are two different people with two different mannerisms. We both spell totally different. We both act totally different. We both have different cultures, different way of life, different ways of thinking. And because Jesse Jackson coined the term African American, is what confused everybody else on earth. And then also it made African people feel like they was black. African people came over here and then was benefiting. They benefited from being lumped in as black. They benefited from being lumped in as being Negro or thinking that it was a Negro, which they wasn't. They come over here and they benefited from our culture. If you go to certain parts, like go to New York, you'll see a bunch of African people dressed like they black. They come over here and have the baggy jeans. They got the jersey on with the hat cocked to the left. It might have a gold chain or whatever. They benefiting off of our culture. No, you come over here and participate in your own culture. Go ahead and wear the dashikis. Dashikis are your culture. You come over here and wear the dashiki button up. Wear the dashiki button up. No, don't come over here and try to act like you're black. And then most of the times, man, African people, they try to act like they try to act more harder than you. Until they get tested by a real nigga. They get pressed by a real nigga, and then oh no, look, brother. No, we're not brothers. If I could go ahead and read Exodus 11 and 7.
Come on. Exodus chapter 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue, against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doth put differences between the Egyptians and Israel.
The Lord put a difference between black people and between Israel and African people. Like I said before, we don't act the same. Shit, we're not putting big old hoops in our lips and stuff. Look like to drink water from, or whatever culture we don't put our hair under cow urine to make our hair change colors. We don't do that. We don't put big hoops in our ears and extend our ears all the way. That's not our culture, man. We don't put rings on our neck to extend our neck, make our neck 12 inches high. We're not smearing feces on our faces no, that's not our culture. That's African people culture. We don't eat fufu or doo-doo or whatever they eat over there. No, we don't do that. That's not us. The Lord put a difference between our people and their people. If you go back into history, after 70 AD, after we fled Jerusalem from Roman persecution, we fled into the west coast of Africa. You can read on old maps, the Kingdom of Judah. But while we was there, African tribes all around us rounded our people up and sold us to the white man. But now it's like the confusion, like the world is so confused. The world is so confused. It's like they thinking that black people sold black people. Your people sold your own people. No, let's skip that. No. Black people ain't sell black people. African people sold Israelites. That's what they don't understand. They thinking that someone's uncle sold their nephew. That's stupid. That's dumb. That's the logic ain't there. Why would someone's uncle sell their nephew? Why would someone's father sell their son? Why would someone's mother sell their daughter? That don't make no sense. We are two different people. I don't never want to be labeled as an African. Never. I think that's a derogatory term. Don't never call me no African. I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. I don't want to be no African. Come on. Like I said before, we smell better. We look better. We have swag. We got swag. We got a culture. Everybody trying to be us. Why would I switch? Why would I change that for a dashiki? A button-up dashiki at that. I don't want that. But the Lord put a difference between Israel and African people. So, and I put up a post. I shared a post. A sister said that now that Jesse Jackson is gone, can we get rid of the term African American? I think that's an excellent idea. That African American term has destroyed our people, has confused our people. Even to this day, you think people, you got some people that think that we're Nubians, that we got people that thinking that we're from Kemet. We're Kemet. We got brothers and sisters that's trying to act like they're Egyptians. I don't want to be no filthy Egyptian. I don't want to be no filthy Nubian. Like those are heathen customs. Those are heathen cultures. The Lord gave you your own culture, a better culture, a culture that you smell good. That it's a law for you to smell good. It's a law for you to take a bath. It's a law for you not to put your hair under cow urine. It's laws. Better. Our laws, our culture is better than every other culture on the earth. Why would I give that up for a dashiki? Why would I give that up for fufu? Yes, we should get rid of the term African American. Because first of all, I'm not African and I'm not American. I live in America. It's a difference. It's a difference. But I'm an Israelite. Okay, we have Diana. She said, I don't like checking that box on applications stating that I'm African American. I hate it too. I hate it too. They got the answer box. They got white. They don't even got Caucasian no more. They just got whites, African American, East Indian, or whatever the case. Go ahead.
Like I said, I always pick other.
Right. Right. They're gonna go in. You're gonna go in the interview like they don't know they don't know who's coming in. You're gonna see a black man coming in, they're like, damn, what you gonna do? Discriminate against you? No, it's like they gotta hire you now. You know what I'm saying? Look, my slave name, I got a white slave name. Imagine I put other, right? They're thinking like, okay, well, you got a white boy name. I'm going there like I'm a nigga. They're like, damn, you done fooled me. We gotta hire you now. Yeah, but look, there's a difference, man, between African people and Israelites. Let's not confuse that. Give us our culture back. That's the thing. The thing is, our culture was stolen by individuals that live in Israel right now, calling themselves to be the real Jews. That's the problem. The problem is our identity has been stolen by imposters. And now the world is waking up. The world is waking up and finding out that the people that's calling themselves Jews, they're not the real Jews. The real Jews is who America has been having in slavery for the past 400 years. Those are who the real Jews is. The people who you hate, the people who you constantly oppress. You sick ICE on them. You sick the police on them. You put different laws and policies and regulations, to further oppress them. You put them in ghettos. You put them in barrios. You put them on reservations. Those are the people that you put in hellish conditions. Those are God's chosen people. And just like we read in the book of Esther, what you did to us is going to come back to you. Absolutely, 100-fold is going to come back to you. All right. Do we have any questions, comments in the class? Go ahead, Trooper Nathan.
On 1 Timothy.
A breakdown of 1 Timothy?
Chapter 4, verse 16. See what that actually means, but I think it means.
Go ahead and read it.
1 Timothy, chapter 4, verse 16.
Start at verse 1, just so we can get the idea of what this chapter is talking about. 1 Timothy chapter 4 and 1.
1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. Now that the Spirit speaketh expressly,
Mm-hmm.
that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith. Some shall depart from the faith.
We seeing that right now. Some people will depart from the faith. Some people will lead the truth. We seeing it happen every day. Go ahead.
Giving heed to seducing spirits.
Giving heed to seducing spirits. So what are some seducing spirits that they giving heed to? oh yeah, you can have sex with white women. Yeah. If what that group be saying? They said when you could take them when they're 9 years old. When they get their flower, you can take them 9 years old. Yeah, you can take them when they're 9 years old. What do you say? You gotta rape them. That's what he said. That's what out his own mouth. That's what he said. White people can join the kingdom too. All people can join in the kingdom, which, yeah, these are some of the seducing spirits that people, they leave the truth and they go here. They go join. Oh, man can only have one wife. That's a big one. Sisters leave the truth every day because they don't want a man having more than one wife. But let someone teach that a man can only have one wife. Yeah. These are some of the seducing spirits, man. People leave the truth to go listen to. They want to join that. Keep going. Oh, you can celebrate your birthday. Yeah, you can celebrate your birthday. You can still be in the truth and celebrate your birthday. Ooh-wee. The moment you tell a sister that she can't celebrate her birthday no more, woo. Go ahead.
And doctrines of devils.
That's exactly what it is doctrines of devils. And we know what a devil is, right? Go ahead. What's a devil?
Deceiver.
A deceiver. Liar or deceiver. These are all doctrines of lies. These are doctrines to seduce you. Because all it is lust. Oh, you can have sex with white women? They're leaving. Pew! Because they lust after white women. They're like Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King faked this whole I have a dream to have sex with white women. To have sex with white prostitutes, white hoes. That's what he did. He said out of his own mouth that he put our people into a burning building, a burning house to have sex with white women. He sacrificed he put our people back centuries. All for the lust of white women. You can smoke weed. You can smoke weed. That's a big one. Oh, you can be in the tree. You can smoke weed. It comes from the ground, comes from the earth. The Lord said that he put the plants in here for me, which means I could smoke it. You got to be a dummy to think that the Lord said that you could smoke something. It don't say the word smoke anywhere in the Bible. It says for me. You can use herbs to bake. You can use herbs to make medicinal products, make lotions, or make teas, or whatever. That's what he mean by meat. He's not telling you to put it in the Dutch and then roll it up and then he did not say that. You can go to Proverbs, the 16th chapter, and it'll tell you that an ungodly man smokes. Don't make sense. The Bible do not contradict itself. Man contradicts himself. The Bible never ever contradicts itself. You just had pastors and preachers like Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Creflo Dollar to use the Bible to take advantage of the people. You know what I find funny? I find funny that all these churches, right? They got one thing in common. The only thing that they want to keep in the Bible is paying tithes. You better pay tithes, 10% of any penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Oh, everybody's in agreement with there. Pay tithes, 10%. Tithes. And you know what's funny though? That juicy skit when he was a pastor. You know why a lot of preachers are offended at that? Because Drewski is he's just showing the mirror to them. He's just showing exactly what they are. Greedy bastards. The guy ran up to the car. He said, man, get your hand on my car. He said, you pay tithes and offering? He said, no. He spit that gum at him. That's exactly what preachers are. They don't want to deal with you if you ain't got no money. If you ain't giving them tithes and offerings, yeah. Oh, they'll spit in you. They'll spit in you. If you ain't giving, man. We saw what happened with Joel Osteen when the hurricane came. People needed shelter. Man, he locked his doors on his church. He said, y'all niggas ain't going in. And finally, after media attention being pressured, he finally opened the door. He finally opens the door. That's the type of preachers y'all. That's the type of preachers y'all serve. Y'all serve preachers that's willing to let y'all die, get unalive out there in a hurricane. Close his doors. Y'all couldn't get in. He'd rather let y'all get unalive. But what's so funny is he said, but you still got to pay your tithe. Slide that envelope underneath the door, okay? No one's in the building, but slide that envelope underneath the door. But you telling me I can't, my safety's in jeopardy and I need a shelter and I can't come to the only place where I go give my money to on a weekly basis? I give 10% of my income to. I can't come and protect myself from a natural disaster? Come on, man. I thought that was going to wake everybody up. But everybody's still asleep. Or what about that jet that y'all bought Creflo Dollar? Has any church member ever been able to ride on it? I don't think so. That's his private jet. He's going to the Bahamas and that. He's going to the DR. He's going to the Dominican Republic. Oh, he's going to Puerto Rico on that. He's flying luxury to Puerto Rico. Probably Cancun. But guess what? You're not riding in it. You ain't drinking none of that champagne that's in that flight on that private jet. All right, drop down to 16. Now we got an understanding of what the verse is talking about, what the chapter is talking about.
1 Timothy chapter 4, verses 16. Take heed unto thyself,
right,
and unto the doctrine.
Take heed unto thyself and to the doctrine. The doctrine, that's the truth. That's what the ISUPK, the Commander General Hunter, this is what we teach. All right? A man can have more than one wife. The heathens is not obtaining the kingdom of heaven with us. The kingdom of heaven is only for the nation of Israel. Salvation is only for the nation of Israel. You understand? Yeah. Keep going. We got to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead.
Continue in them.
We got to continue in them. We got to meditate on them day and night. Keep going.
For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee.
You see, because you willing to come in the truth and you sacrificing, you know what I'm saying, that people that you love might be saved too. Your family might be saved. Your family communion might be saved. The people that hear you might be saved. Don't never doubt the power of the truth. Like, you go tell a person the truth, you plant a seed that the Most High will grow, and it's going to grow, and eventually you're going to see him in it. You understand? Never doubt the power of the truth. All it takes. This is why it's required for us as priests and officers, and every man that has a rank in here, it's required for us to go out there and teach the truth. Teach the truth to your people. Go out there, man. Just talk. You see a brother just walking, man. What's up, brother? You know you're an Israelite, right? You know your culture. You know who you are. You know what's your nationality. You're an Israelite, and you planted a seed that the Lord will sprout and grow. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. We're required to do that. You understand? And then, it says, for in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself. You're going to save you. You will convince the Most High, like, you know what? He'll look down on you and have mercy on you. And Lord willing, you'll hop on them chariots when the time of America is at its end. Because that's what we all hoping for. We all hoping to get on those chariots. We're praying to the Lord that I've done enough work to be considered worthy to help on the chariots, to escape the destruction of America. That's why we all here. You know what I'm saying? I want to obtain the throne. I want to obtain rulership. You know what I'm saying? I want my family name to live forever. Because of all the hard work that I'm doing, all the hard work that you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Your family name is going to last generations upon generations forever because of the work you're doing now. And yeah, it can be tough. It's tough. People are dropping out the truth all the time. But because you're staying, and it takes a lot of work to stay. Some of us have been here for what, 3, 4, 5 years? Now I'm going up in 10 years. And it's tough. Every single day, you got to make the right choices every single day. And lesser men fall. They fall out of the truth. They just don't never come back. But because y'all still in here, y'all stronger than that. You're strong. And you got to continue being strong. What does scripture say? Let's get that. Let's get this real fast. I believe it's in Matthew. Let's get Matthew chapter 10 and 22. No, Matthew 24 and 13. Let's get that. Matthew 24 and 13. Yeah, what's going on? Yep, just wrapping up. Let's get that. This is the last scripture. We'll end class on this. Yeah, go ahead and read.
Matthew chapter 24, verses 13.
Mm-hmm.
But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved.
That's the key. You have to endure until the end. You got to endure all the BS that comes with life itself. And this is going to be a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you already know. This is going to be a lot. That lot of BS that you got to deal with. Waking up till you lay down. You got to fight demons every single day. You got to endure to the end. Scriptures say, those who endure, but he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. That's what the game is about. It's about enduring. It's about fighting all your demons. It's about fighting all your lusts. It's about fighting everything that comes at you. Satan's going to come at you full force, head on. You know what I'm saying? If your weakness was white women, trust me, he's going to make it where there's going to be millions of white women that's going to be coming at you. You know what I'm saying? But you got to fight that. If your weakness is weed, you're going to be waking up smelling weed every single day. You're going to have neighbors that's blowing with a, you be waking up like, damn. You know what I'm saying? If your weakness is shit, it could be anything. Satan is going to make sure he multiplies and make sure that he's going to prove to the Lord that you don't deserve it. You don't deserve rulership. That's Satan's whole goal. So Satan's whole goal is to prove to the Lord that you're not worthy. But you got to prove Satan wrong. You got to do what Job did. Job, man, he just suffered. He never cursed the Lord, man. And because he did that, he was rewarded double, triple of what he had. All right? That being said, I passed the class to priest and officer 500 Canadian. I think that's the prayers. I think security announcements right over there. That's it.
Oh, you said
Yeah, security announcements right over there.
IXUPK security announcements. We are the IXUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, you can find it in Numbers 18:21 and Malachi 3:8-10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, which is the Feast of Purim. We got it coming up March 2nd to the 3rd. March 2nd to the 3rd. Salaki. Check the bulletin board or the boards that we have posted throughout the school. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. That's black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and or scarf. With that, men of Israel, Amadi, which means to stand. Gonna give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amadi Shabbat, Mahdi, Barak, Kalbash, Timiyah, Shabrak,
Yahbashim Shabrak.
Yadamata. Gonna give a courtesy salute to the sisters that may be watching online. Men of Israel, Amadi Shabbat, Mahdi, Barak, Yadamata. Class dismissed.
Ooh, 27 Club.
All right, gang, let's really nail it this time. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hillstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this Upk ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hillstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this Upk ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Florida Lee on my top, this a Saints hat. This the third can't be been in, he a J-Cat. Nigga tryna steal the sauce, yeah, I hate that. But I ain't make the rules, I can't change that. New bottle, new wine, yeah, I can't crack. Look, flag on the play, they grabbing face masks. Niggas always saving hoes, where your cape at? The only killer that you know without no face tag. Hell yeah, my bitch bad, Proverbs 31, yeah. This is not a drill, I be 30'd up, yeah. He about to crack the sky, you better hurry up. It's all bad when you see us hang that jersey up. It's mad brick, I got the blick with my cover on. He a fed, he a op, got his cover blown. Look, I'm really outside without no scully on. It's 1 West, bitch, I'm on with my brothers on. He got ranked, then he left, he broke another oath. I got the plate, we about to take another zone. They was sleeping on a team, now they comatose. Left his brother out to dry, I guess he wanna fold. Put the oil on his head, that's another soul. I try to tell him we a pro, don't do this shit at home. She unhappy, left her man, she a 304. He try to justify that shit, he broke the penal code. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hillstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this Upk ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hillstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this Upk ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Gotta watch these niggas, they be cointel. Lil' bro ain't never killed nobody, but I know